and let this girl slander my name.
This don't make no sense, though. I'm saying I'm so sick of this.
Today, a brand new girl code cannot cure what ails the cast of Married to Medicine, and Toya Bush-Harris is here to break it all down.
You need to come with facts, or don't say it at all.
Plus, Captain Lee stops by to tell us all about his new crew, Below Deck.
Sometimes the inmates think they run the asylum. They need a wake-up call.
This is your reality check.
Go live your best life.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to your week and welcome to the show. This is Reality Check, and I am your host, Lyndsey Rodrigues. And joining me today is Toya Bush-Harris from Married to Medicine. Welcome, Toya.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. We're going to talk to you a little bit later about the saucy little birthday party
that you
had.
Yes, that painting penises.
Yes, you were. Although as a doctor, I'm sure it was just kind of like,
no, I'm not the doctor. So, I'm married to one.
Well, but yeah, but I mean, you've seen one before. The other ladies.
I have two boys.
Yeah.
What's the big deal?
The other ladies, not
I don't know
cool
what their problem were. They deliver boys.
Yeah.
They've seen penises.
Well, more on that to come.
Yeah.
Right up, though, we got to get into our top 5. So unfortunately, we are starting on a sad note today at number 5 because The Voice's Kane Brown is mourning the loss of his drummer Kenny Dixon, who was killed in a car accident on Saturday night, as confirmed by the band. A rep for Kane tells people funeral arrangements and further details are still being organised and will be updated as soon as they have them. So at this time, we just want to send our condolences to Kane, the band, and all of Kenny's family and friends, of course, as they grieve through this awful time.
Absolutely. So sorry to hear that.
At number 4, in more sad news, sorry to start your Monday off on a bummer, you guys. Julianne Hough is mourning the death of her 2 dogs, Lexi and Harley. The AGT judge announced the tragic news on Instagram Saturday, thanking them for providing her with so much love over the years. The 2 Cavalier King Charles Spaniels both died on September 28th. Now, Toya, do you have any pets of your own?
I do. My doggy Bailey.
How old's Bailey?
She's 12 years old this year. Yes.
So there's actually a scientific study, I don't know if you've seen this, that people oftentimes mourn the loss of a pet more deeply than they grieve the loss of a person. What do you think of this study?
That. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love my puppy. She's amazing.
Yeah.
But I couldn't imagine grieving her like I would grieve my sons or my mother or anything.
Right. It's an interesting phenomenon, I guess. Maybe that applies to people that don't have children of their own or something.
Absolutely.
But, I mean, pets definitely, they burrow their way into your heart and your family. So, to Julianne, we, again, send our condolences to you at this very sad time.
To lose both.
And number 3, some good news. Finally, the Property Brothers are moving into the magazine business. Now, Meredith Corporation, the home of brands such as Entertainment Weekly and, of course, us, People, announced that they would be partnering with the HGTV stars on a quarterly print publication with the first issue set to hit newsstands in January 2020. What a way to begin the year. Now, though their new publication is still without a title, the brothers do plan to announce the name in the next few weeks. Toya, you also got into the publishing game this year.
I did, and I'm so happy for them too. I love the Property Brothers.
They're great, aren't they?
Oh, but I love my book. It was published. You can find it on Amazon, Barnes & Noble. It is amazing.
Yes, and here we have the cover. I love the mom in this. She's just like, you better go to bed, sleepyhead.
Okay, because it takes a lot to put these babies to bed. It's so serious. They will get out. They jump in your bed. They come in your bed in the middle of the night.
Of course.
While you're sleeping.
It is.
You wake
it's a
up
never-ending job, right?
Exactly.
So what else can you tell us though about the book?
You know what? It was really. I have a passion that no one knows about. Is scrapbooking.
Oh, interesting.
And so, I know, right? And so it was something I was saving for when I got old and needed something to do.
Yeah.
But I really love it. So I started scrapbooking, a lot, like photos of my sons through the years, things they loved. Mm-hmm. And that's how the book started. I had all of these pictures from different scenarios of them growing up. And I said, if I could put words to these pictures that kind of rhymed and made it fun, that's how the book came into play.
I think that's so wonderful. And of course, everyone, you can go and buy that book everywhere books are sold.
Absolutely.
So congratulations.
Thank you.
Published author.
Yes.
At number 2, Kim Kardashian's surrogate was induced due to baby Sam being breached. Now, on Sunday's episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, the reality star spoke about leaving town when her son was due to be born at any moment, saying her anxiety was through the roof, understandably, right? Mm-hmm. Now, when Kim got back to town, she accompanied her surrogate to a doctor's appointment where it was explained that they would try to reposition the baby in utero and immediately induce the labor. So are you a fan of Keeping Up with the Kardashians?
Oh, girl, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. I'm mad we come on at the same time.
Yeah,
like, they need to stop it. Like, that's my show, too, now.
I know.
I like to watch myself, but the Kardashians.
So here's a question for you.
On.
Which one do you DVR and which one do you watch in real time?
So I gotta give myself the ratings.
Oh, yes, fair.
But,
okay.
you know, no lies. I'm a fan. I watch the Kardashians. I watch them on my Instagram. I love them.
Who's your favorite? Do you have a fave?
You know, I love Kourtney.
Yeah.
But Khloe right now is giving it to me all day, and so is Kylie.
Yeah, Kourtney,
Yeah.
strong, independent,
She's strong,
single
independent,
woman.
great mom. You know, I love that about her. But I'm feeling Khloe. Like, she just came out of nowhere, and she's feeling her sexy. I love her weight loss. And I just love that now she's coming into her own.
Yeah, absolutely. It's incredible to watch, for
Yeah.
sure. And luckily, at number one, we have another Keeping Up with the Kardashians story, because on last night's episode, Kim and Kanye bickered after the rapper expressed his disapproval of the corset she wore to the 2019 Met Gala. He said that being a rapper, he used to think his girl needed to show off her body, and he didn't realize it was affecting his soul and spirit as a now married father. His comments did not go over smoothly at all with Kim, who lamented that he was giving her anxiety. And she said, "You built me up to be this sexy person, and just because you're on a journey doesn't mean I'm in the same spot." Well said, Kim. Does Eugene ever remark on what you're wearing and say, can you tone it down? Or
He does not. He loves the sexy in me. And so I totally understand where Kim is coming from. But I do also understand Kanye.
Okay.
I feel like he's at a place now where he just wants to see his wife as a mom.
Yeah, okay.
You know, and sometimes, you know, it's a mommy look.
Yeah, but
It is
she's
a
still
mommy
his
look.
muse, right?
Yeah, she is, and that's what he needs to understand. But I think there's a time and a place.
Right.
So all she has to do is just tone it down a little bit sometimes at home.
Yeah.
And then he wouldn't mind her turning it up when it's time to
Because,
go
right,
out.
this is like the Met Gala. She's
Right,
not
this
going
is
to Whole
the Met
Foods.
Gala. Like, this is what you have to do. Like, Eugene loves it. He was the one who told me to get this. He was like, you need to be cute.
I mean, you look
fun.
amazing.
Thank you. He was like, Toya, find a fun shirt. And I was like, okay.
Anyone who wears sequins on a Monday is immediately my
You know,
best friend.
I thought it was a New York thing. You know, to just wear whatever.
Nailing it.
Okay?
Nailing it. That's what they call that. All right, we are going to take a very quick break, but when we come back, we're going to be talking all about Married to Medicine with Toya, so don't go anywhere.
I never seen your husband do anything.
That's right.
And
so why did you say you had receipts?
Welcome back to the show. I am here with Married to Medicine's Toya Bush-Harris, and it's time to talk naked men, girl codes.
Oh, that's an easy
And
conversation.
so much more. I know, we could just talk about that for the next 20 minutes, but we have a lot to cover. But let's start with your birthday party, because
Okay.
you had the art life drawing class where penises were painted.
Oh, yeah.
So what inspired you to have such a sexy theme for your birthday this year?
You know, honestly, I never did a paint and sip.
Okay.
And to be quite honest, it didn't seem fun. It's just painting flowers and, you know, steel furniture. It's just, nothing about that was fun.
Right.
So I was like, well, are you just getting drunk then? And so I was like, you know
Basically.
what, maybe if I had like, you know, live, you know, muse, something that inspired me.
Yeah.
You know, and hot guys, you know, it's eye candy. It's always inspiring. And so I was like, you know, if we get some hot guys. Now, I did not know they were going to be so interactive.
Yeah, that came as a bit of a surprise.
Yeah, I didn't. They really got involved.
Yeah, I've been to life drawing classes before, and never has it gone this well.
Oh,
So the
honey,
only thing you did
it
wrong
went
this
well.
year was that you didn't invite me.
Okay, I got so many calls afterwards.
I bet.
They were really upset with me.
Well, Heavenly was kind of upset as well. She had some very strong opinions about the party. So.
I don't know. Hers is not valid. They're going back and forth.
Let's have a look at what she had to say.
What was he supposed to do? It was her birthday. Listen, my whole thing is that was not my party. I thought it was in poor taste, and I felt like Toya was wrong. Toya gets off.
I don't care whose party.
Disrespecting
If you
her
don't want
damn
me to go
husband.
to
so
no
you want
party,
me
like,
to just leave?
they said some guy picked you up.
Toya, would you like to respond to this at all?
Come on now. Now, see, you got to show that clip in its entirety. They also flashback Heavenly telling the guys to come over to her so she get a closer look.
Yes.
You know, when the guy picked her up, she's like, put me down.
Yeah.
But honey, when she sat down, she was a little hot.
I mean,
So
there was
trust and
also
believe.
footage of her sort of like doing the...
And then he leaned over her at one point from behind. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
So I don't think Heavenly was that upset. at the party at all.
No.
I think she was trying to put on a good front.
Yeah, for her hubby,
Yeah,
for sure.
which I totally understand. If you're not going to tell him the truth.
But like, he's gonna see the show, so
Well,
like the truth
no,
is...
that's the funny thing. She doesn't really put the show on for her husband, and he really truly does not watch it.
Oh, well then she can get away with anything.
He doesn't watch it until we get to the reunion.
I see.
Yeah.
All right,
So she gets away with a lot of bad behavior.
All right, the reunion's going to be interesting then.
Very.
And also on the subject of Heavenly, she continued to shade you, but this time regarding the purchase of your new house. So why don't we watch that?
That's the second house. The first one we still own, too.
You act like that's a big accomplishment. Damn, I got a house.
Emily, don't be
Why would I
jealous.
be jealous? I make 3 times what you do. People with real money don't talk about money because wealth whispers and money jingle jangles and screams.
So, can you talk us through what was going on here? Why was Heavenly so upset and why is she so concerned with your finances?
You know, it's crazy to me because it's like she went directly to house wasn't a big deal and I make 3 times more than what you do. And it was just like, wow, why are you comparing yourself to me?
Yeah.
You know, you live in your lane. You know, be happy for me, celebrate me.
Yeah.
You know, but I think that that's what happens somewhere along the way. You find out that your friends are actually, they're envious of some of the things that you're going through and that's happening in your life. And you know, and all I had to do after that, I wanted to pray for her because I was like, envy's a really terrible thing.
Yes.
You know,
I guess it's inevitable though as well when you're in a group of such successful people. There's bound to be, oh, like I have this, but I want that.
Right, but it was concerning because it was like, did you like us when we were down and out? When we were trying to get back up and change everything and paying off taxes?
Yeah.
Did you like us when we were at that place?
Right.
You know,
or is it just now that you're on the up and up that it's like, yeah.
Yeah.
And what did you think of what Buffy said? Do you agree that wealth whispers and money jingle jangles?
I really feel like you don't have to go around telling everybody how much you make. I'm that girl. I walk around Atlanta. I look so regular. I'm always in like my little workout clothes and I'm not in full face.
Right.
Very regular.
Just
on a regular
down to
basis.
earth,
Yeah.
down to earth. Well, later things seemed to be on the up at dinner because you guys all wrote a new girl code and you lit candles and there was like a unity circle. And so it all seemed kind of fine. But then accusations of drug use quickly came up again. And of course, things took a turn. Let's have a look.
You think I did drugs, Heaven?
I really do.
You really gonna go along with that?
When you have erratic behavior, and you're breaking glasses.
Just a little respect.
Mariah, put that down. I'm good. Are you kidding me?
So Toya, when are the ladies gonna let this rest? Mariah took the lie detector or the drug test. Like, when are they going to just leave her alone?
You mean what episode?
Or ever? Will they ever? Like,
You know-
what season? I don't know.
You know, I think sometimes that with this group, you need about 3 years before they get over something.
Oh, okay.
They just like
There's
to
like a
bring
statute of
up.
limitations.
Yeah, they like to bring up the past. You see, Quiet is still talking about a crab boil.
Right.
That happened 2 years ago. You know, and it's like at some point sometimes they stuck. You know, and I think with this Mariah thing, we wanted it to be over.
Yeah,
you know,
of course.
that's why I was like, girl, go take the drug test.
Yeah.
Let them cut your hair. Let them cut this much out.
Yeah.
You know.
They took a lot.
Oh, they took it from 3 different places. So I was like, you know, if you can let them do that, that would prove your case.
Yeah.
And no matter what they say, you know, then it's not valid.
And you
move
were a
on.
really good friend to Mariah last night. You
Yeah.
were really there for her when she was upset on the phone to her husband.
Absolutely.
And so good for you for being a good friend.
Thank you.
Someone who was not a good friend, Jocelyn, bringing up your taxes at Buffy's birthday party.
Well,
Again,
she
people
definitely wasn't
so
a good friend
obsessed
to
with
me.
your coins. I mean, did you expect her to come at you like that?
Not at all. I mean, when she came out, it was like, okay, she's cute, she's nice. She started like licking her teeth and doing all kinds of weird things and laid across the couch. And we were like, okay, she needs attention.
Yeah.
You know, and so then she started kind of picking with Jackie. Jackie didn't give her any attention.
Yeah.
Then it was almost like she just wanted so badly to, you know, show us that she fit in this group.
But she doesn't.
And no.
Yeah.
And it was like,
it was very awkward.
yeah, it was a very awkward thing. And I tried very hard to just kind of ignore her.
Yeah.
Because I was like, really and truly, you just weren't relevant.
Right.
You weren't relevant in my life or anything. Obviously, you must have Googled me. I don't know. I mean, I don't think her and Buffy would just sit back and kiki about me.
Right.
I think they would have better things to talk about.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what would you do if Jocelyn joined the cast next season?
I mean, I think everybody would probably leave the cast.
All right, then bravo. Don't book Jocelyn because you won't have a cast.
All right.
All right, well, Toya, thank you so much for being here today. Everyone, remember, Toya's book, Sleepyhead, Go to Bed, is now available. So go and grab your copy wherever books are sold. And, of course, make sure you tune into Married to Medicine. That airs Bravo Sunday nights at 9/8 Central. Yeah, again, thanks so much for being here.
Thank you
and congrats
for
on being a
having me.
published
Thank you.
author.
Thank you.
Very exciting stuff. Don't go anywhere, mateys, because Captain Lee from Below Deck is coming aboard on the other side of this very short break.
If I have to go bail somebody out of jail, you will go straight to the airport.
Captain Lee is intimidating as
Hey everyone, welcome back to the show. A little bit of a reality check for your Monday, and we now have Captain Lee from Below Deck on dry land and in our studio. Ahoy!
Ahoy, how are you?
I am great. How are you?
I'm pleased to be here.
I'm pleased that you wore this shirt. It is fashion, my friend.
Thank you.
It is fashion. Why don't we get into the new season of Below Deck, because it set sail in stunning Thailand, no less, and Kate is back.
Kate is back.
Of course. Like, can you even imagine doing a season without her? Would you consider doing a season without her?
It'd be extremely difficult. I couldn't imagine. doing
Yeah,
one without
she's
her.
got such spunk. I love Kate.
She's got a sharp wit.
She really does. So she was actually here last week,
Was she?
and she was saying that cabin fever is a very real thing and that hookups between the crew are inevitable. So I'm curious, as the boss, what's your opinion on crew hookups? Do you care? Do you not care? Do you approve? Do you not approve?
I personally don't really care, but they're usually messy when the breakup happens.
Yes.
And if it doesn't continue throughout the whole season and it breaks up in the middle, you do run the risk of losing both crew members.
Right,
Because
and
they'll
it impacts the work.
I can't work with this person any longer. I can't even be in the same room with this person.
Yeah.
And now you're screwed.
Yeah, that's why Kate says you have to be very careful when choosing your crew
Absolutely.
hookup, right? Well, let's also talk about Ashton, because he got promoted this season to bosun, which is a great deal for him. So can you talk us a little bit about your decision to give him that chance?
Ashton, I guess simply by surviving last season, you know, he took on a new perspective.
Yep.
And having a near-death experience will have that effect on you.
Yeah.
And I think he's ready to accept some more responsibility.
Yep.
He did have a little parting shot. If you remember last season when he left the wheelhouse and said his goodbyes, he took a pretty good shot at Kate.
And
So-
that continues this season, as we've seen in the
it can-
trailer as well.
We'll see how that all plays out, but that's going to be an interesting dichotomy
Yeah,
to watch.
definitely. I mean, so far he seems to be doing a good job, although he did forget to give his crew lunch. Oops.
And dinner.
And dinner. But other than that, it seems to be going well. Meanwhile, third stew Courtney, she seems to feel that she should be the one being served on a luxury yacht instead of being the one doing the serving. So why don't we have a look at Courtney and her complaints?
I'm not used to, like, servitude. Yeah. Growing up as an only child, I'm obviously my parents' favorite. I was like their little buddy. We did a lot of traveling, going out to nice dinners, so I'm more accustomed to sitting at the table than I am serving it. I want to do anything but what I'm doing right now.
So, Captain, when you watched this back, what was your take on Courtney's attitude?
Courtney's very subtle, I think, because she has all that whining, all that carrying on.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, her job's done and it's done properly.
Right.
And that's predominantly what I care about.
Yeah.
And she reminds me of Kate a lot.
In what way?
She's very intelligent.
Yeah.
And she has that subtle ability to insult somebody before they even know what's happened.
Oh, that is a skill.
And she does it well.
Okay. Will we see much of an evolution of Courtney as the season progresses?
I think you might see an evolution of maybe not Courtney, but how the rest of the crew perceives her.
Okay. Interesting.
So all of a sudden they'll start to catch on that she's just not a dumb blonde.
Yeah.
If you go into that with that frame of mind with her, you will lose.
You're going to get stung.
You will lose.
Ooh, I can't wait to see how this plays out. Well, look, in the first crew meeting, you were very serious off the bat, and rightly so. Let's have a look.
We're going to put a huge emphasis on safety this year. Last year, we almost had a catastrophic incident.
Hold on, man overboard.
Man overboard.
What? I can't stress radios enough.
Can you talk us through last season and that accident and what it was like in the moment and how you've applied the lessons that you learned from that to the new way of doing things?
That was the only time I'd ever lost anybody overboard.
I mean, just watching it back is a lot.
To have we were so close to having somebody perish.
Yeah.
And people don't realize how grave that situation is.
Yeah.
Until it happens. And it happens in a split second. Ashton knew as soon as he made his mistake, he knew he did it. He knew better than to do it. And he couldn't get out of it fast enough before it just got him.
Oh my God, he's so lucky.
He's very lucky. So that's why this year, we're paying more attention.
Okay.
We're being more critical.
Yeah.
We're less tolerant of people making stupid mistakes.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you got to be. And as you said, he earned the right to the promotion because having an experience like that will change your perception. And so, yeah, interested to see how he goes for the rest of the season and glad that he's still with us.
It's going to be very interesting. I'm very glad to have him back.
Yeah. Well, look, make sure you catch Below Deck Monday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern. That's on Bravo, of course. Captain Lee, thank you so much for taking the time out to hang out with us today.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
And we look forward to the rest of the season.
Thank you.
Of course. We are headed to a very quick break, but we still have a great moment from reality history for you in just a bit, so stay tuned. That is it for today's show, unfortunately, but I want to say a big thank you to Toya Bush-Harris from Married to Medicine and Captain Lee from Below Deck for getting this Monday started right. Make sure you are following @People on Twitter so you can catch the latest episode of Reality Check. That streams Monday through Thursday at 4:30 p.m. Eastern. Now, I am going to leave you with this moment from a show that gives it all up in the title. Let's be real. It's from Pretty Wild. I am Lyndsey Rodrigues, and I will check you tomorrow.
I was not happy with anything that she wrote about me.
In this 2010 episode of Pretty Wild, Alexis is featured in a Vanity Fair article about her most recent court appearance, which she hopes will help her case.
She said I was wearing 6-inch Louboutins to court with my tweed outfit.
But it doesn't. And Alexis tries to express her disappointment with the writer by leaving a voicemail.
I'm calling to let you know how disappointed I am in your story.
You lied.
Stop.
You lied.
Stop it!
But as her family keeps interrupting, Alexis unravels.
You saying that I wore 6-inch Louboutin heels to court with my tweed skirt when I wore 4-inch little brown BB shoes.
$29.
Every time you yell, I have to re-record it!
Alexis's voicemail meltdown is one of the great moments in reality history, and we love how fiercely her mom had her back.
The whole Vanity Fair magazine interview totally backfired.